Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman, and today, my friends, on the Saturday Wildcard Gin video, we have a rather sinister offering for Feast Your Eyes upon this terrifying little specimen. This, my friends, I forgot what it's called. What is it? Oh yeah, it's a gin. It's, oh god, stinging nettle and honey gin from the Black Lodge Potions. Now, I appreciate this won't be available sort of to all my subscribers around the world, but every once in a while, I think it's interesting to have a bit of a dip and a look into the rather more sort of niche gins that are available, particularly here in the UK. Now, despite the rather spooky exterior, this gin actually hails from the Midlands in Birmingham, so there's not a great deal to read out on the website, but I thought I'd do it in a Birmingham accent as we haven't done that one yet, so here we go. Alright then, gin lovers, we're going to talk a little bit about the palate. So apparently the palate is a herby, woody taste with notes of citrus, earthy, vanilla and hints of honeysuckle. None of the ingredients are artificial, all flavours are 95% natural and 5% supernatural. The perfect serve for this gin is however yow enjoy it. Bit of education there for people around the world. That's what Birmingham people sound like. Apologies to any Birmingham people, Brummies as I think they're affectionately known, if I've offended you. However, there is a little bit more. There's as I say, it's a rather sort of spooky, sort of sinister theme, which is continued on the website. And there's a rather sort of nice little rhyme they've put here. So I thought I'd do this one a little bit differently. So here goes. A girl we know as Bella by name, lost in the woods without torch or flame. Was she caught by a witch when she entered its realm? Sip nettle and honey to know who put Bella in which elm. You don't get that on Steve the Bartender, do you? Right then, my friends, enough fanning about for one video. Let's get some in the glass, shall we? Now, this is going to be interesting because I did try a nettle gin before, right? So this fellow here, ages and ages ago, J.J. Whitley nettle gin, and it was extremely peculiar. I didn't know what to make of it to start with. Didn't think I liked it, but it's one of those ones I kind of warmed to after a while. So I'm very excited to try this one today. So let's get the old top off, shall we? Oh my God, it's sealed in wax. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, do my eyes deceive me? They doth not. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a cork, so we know what that means. It's the cork test. The cork test. So, my friends, let's see if we get a squeak. No, you don't seem to get squeaks anymore. For some reason, they've stopped making squeaky corks. So let's go for the full pull. Here we go. I'll try not to scream into the microphone as usual. Here we go. Ooh, a lovely pleasing pull there, rather spooky, sort of confident pull. I always call them confident pulls, I don't know why. I must think of another adjective. Anyway, let's get it in the glass, shall we? Look at that bottle, by the way. Just take a look at that. It's just absolutely extraordinary. You don't see many gins like that, do you? I love the imagination. They've obviously put a lot of thought and effort into this, not to mention money. So let's get some in the old glass. Oh my goodness. Look at the colour of that. Oh, Jesus. I'm not going to say what it looks like, but I think you get the idea. So hopefully it doesn't smell like it. Hang on a second. Oh, it's made me make some very peculiar noises, which is usually a good sign. It smells... I thought it was going to be a really weird one, very completely out there. And I also thought it might be that because of the colour, kind of one of those barrel-aged ones. But it doesn't taste like that. It doesn't smell like that at all. It smells really fresh and sort of piney and sort of, it's just quite pleasant actually. Just like it smells like a nice gin. You wouldn't guess it was anything weird. I don't know if you drink this with tonic or not really. So let's try it with tonic first of all and see how we get on. 1 second, tiny bit in there I reckon, maybe like that. Let's just quickly check the ABV of this, if it's classed as a fruity gin or not. 70 CL, I can't see where it... 40%, right, okay, so yeah, it's not a very strong one as I thought, but let's give it a go. So that's why I didn't put too much tonic in there. No, that's why, yeah, that's why I didn't put too much tonic in there, yeah. Right then, the Black Lodge Potions Honey and Nettle Gin. Cheers. Oh, wow. Okay, do you know what? As I said before, I was in two minds about this gin. When I saw it, I was a little bit skeptical about it. I thought, this looks, if ever there's a novelty gin, this looks like it. I thought it was going to be very odd flavour. But you know what? It's not as crazy as you think it might be. It's just genuinely nice. There's a real kind of warmness to it, kind of a sort of a hum as it goes down, and you can taste definitely like the notes of honey in there. There are bags and bags of honey. Hang on 1 second, let me give it another flat chat. Yeah, but it's kind of balanced out. I always talk about balancing the flavours. Kind of balanced out by the sort of, there's kind of a very earthiness to it. I find gins usually with black bottles, usually it reflects the sort of taste of the gin, and there is a kind of a dark earthiness in there, but it's kind of, there's sort of sprinkles of citrus, but you definitely get like the main base tastes like honey. Do I get juniper? Not massively, I'm absolutely honest, but as I say, sometimes it's nice to have something a little bit fun and out there. But the interesting bit is the nettle flavour in that Whitley Neal one was, the JJ Whitley, was really kind of very, very strong and quite overpowering and almost a bit too much, kind of sort of bowled you over a little bit. This one, it's very, very light. If you don't know what nettles are, by the way, it's like a plant that stings you. I think they have actually nettle eating competitions here in the UK where they eat them and it makes their mouth go black. But that's another story. I digress. But here, I've sensed that they've used them extremely well. So for something that I thought, as I say, might be a silly gin, a bit of a novelty gin, it's actually extremely expertly done. They've taken flavours that you would never ever, or very rarely, I've never seen those two used in conjunction, honey and nettle, and used them just beautifully. And despite the sort of rather unbecoming colour, I presume that's all natural, so a mixture of the honey and and then darkened by the nettles. It works beautifully. Let me try a little bit neat. Forgive me for drinking out the bottle. 1 second. It's nice. It's good. That's a good gin. That's a good neat drinker, I tell you. It's personally, yeah, I think I was right to put it with the tonic. It does release the flavours that tiny bit more. So if you find yourselves in the realms of the UK, particularly in Birmingham, I would suggest you get yourselves a bottle of the old Black Lodge potion, to be specific, the stinging nettle and honey one. And I say to my friends at the Black Lodge potion distillery, keep up the good work, my friends. So then, what's it going to set you back? And as you'd expect with a smaller distillery, it's going to be a bit more than £30, as I always say. Sometimes you need to push that boat out a little bit to experience something different and support the smaller guys. This little fellow cost you about £38, and that works out at about $46 and about €43, just to give you an idea of what you'd pay for it. And as I say, if ever you're going to push the boat out and spend a little bit more, and it's going to be for something a little bit special. And I tell you what, as a whole experience, just look at that. Have a look at the website as well. It's all kind of like sort of, as I say, dark and sinister and sort of like sort of scary and like a spooky movie. And what better thing to have on your shelf than if people come round one day and say, I tell you what, you know, they might come to me and say, you know a bit about gin, give me something different. I will definitely know the gin to go to, and it will be Monsieur Black Lodge, my friends. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed my Saturday wildcard gin today. That if you see this, just please give it a go, because it's really lovely and beautifully bizarre as well. So perhaps if you're in a bar or something, they're more likely to have it. If you see it on the shelf, definitely give that one a go. I'm looking forward to trying some more of their flavours too. And as always guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this video, and if you didn't enjoy it, subscribe anyway, you've got nothing to lose. And if you want to be a channel supporter, head over to my Patreon page where you get the chance to have your name in the credits of the videos. But until next time guys, I will see you all then. Stay safe, behave, and don't have nightmares.